Welcome again to my Context is Everything series. This time I'm going to look at Just as it was in the days of Noah. This is a passage from Luke 17 that is often read by preachers, and it's used to point out that as it was in the days of Noah when all the sin was in the world and the flood came, so it'll be at the end days, the last days, that sin will be rampant again. Just as it was in the days of Lot. In Sodom, sin was rampant. And somehow it's presented as if there's a level of sin in the world and it sort of goes up and up and up. And then reaches a point where God can't take it anymore and he sends a flood. And then it goes up and up, like in Sodom where he says, I can't take it anymore, and he sends the fire. And that's not what it means. I mean, first of all, the idea of sin being rampant in the world, it always is. When is there never sinning going on? When is there never people disobeying God? When is there never people wiping the eye of somebody else and being utterly selfish? When? This is a misnomer and a bad idea that now things are worse than ever before. Look at the past history of the world and you'll see there were times that were far worse than now. You'll see times when there was many wars going on, persecution, people being burnt at the stake, people being hung, people being crucified, all throughout history. In fact, this time is probably less of that than before. It's very debatable. It's not clear. But what does that passage actually mean? What did Jesus mean when he said it? Just as it was in the days of Noah, so also it will be in the days of the Son of Man. People were eating, drinking, marrying, and being given in marriage up to the day Noah entered the ark. Then the flood came and destroyed them all. It was the same in the days of Lot. People were eating and drinking, buying and selling, planting and building. But the day Lot left Sodom, fire and sulphur rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. It will be just like this on the day the Son of Man is revealed. So there you are. All Jesus is saying is people will be eating, drinking, marrying, giving marriage, building, planting, buying, selling, going about their normal business. What he's saying is people are going about their normal business and then destruction came. And that's it. In that context, what he's talking about is when the time comes, when the end comes, whenever God's judgment comes, whatever you want to call it, the day of the Son of Man, as Jesus says, those things will be happening. And in the second of Jerusalem in AD 70, people were going about their business. I dare say they knew that was coming because the new Roman army were actually arriving. But on the day they arrived, I'm sure people were doing the usual thing of eating their food and drinking because they had to, and planting things, building things. Life was carrying on. The point of it is things will be going on as normal. People will not be ready. People will not be aware of it. And that's it. Context. It's nothing to do with sin. It's nothing to do with the world getting worse. So lay it aside. That's just wrong. What's the most important thing? It's always, ever, only, forever, Jesus. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon below if you want notifications of any new vlogs I'm making. Here's a couple here you can sample. There's also a link below to my blog website where I've been writing blogs for a number of years on various topics if you like reading some things. And I hope to see you again next time. Okay.